Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Jarell.
And I am Josh, and today we're here to give our predictions for episode 15 of The Walking Dead Season 9, The Calm Before.
The Calm Before. So, we are going to do a breakdown of the teaser. We are going to give our predictions. And then we're also going to give our Pike death predictions as well.
Yeah,
a couple cool theories.
Synopsis first?
Let's read the synopsis first.
All right. So, The Calm Before, episode 15, season 9 of The Walking Dead. The fair at the kingdom is underway, with all four communities coming together in celebration for the first time in years. While some packs are renewed, other deals will come at a much steeper price.
So you're probably asking, all four communities. I checked the IMDb page for this episode, and Cindy from Oceanside is listed as on the cast for this episode.
Ooh, snap.
So, we've been wondering where Oceanside has been. They have the banner up. We'll probably see Cindy there. Maybe we'll see Patrice or a couple others, but she will be there, supposedly, if IMDb is correct.
Let's go into a trailer breakdown. So obviously there was a short trailer for the episode, and we'll go over some stills of that we captured.
Yep. So the first one is basically Ezekiel bringing out the charter. He's like, look, I have Tara here, I have Michonne here, I'm here, nobody from the sanctuary is here. Oceanside may not have arrived yet. Let's sign this bitch. Let's freaking sign it.
I wonder what they say about the sanctuary. Because Carol's right there.
Carol just be like, let's just put burned to death.
N.A.
No. Yeah.
Non-applicable.
Yeah, N.A.
Anyway, so we believe that this is the opportunity where all four communities will sign the charter that will officially kind of start, the relationships back up
do the plan that Carl and Rick has envisioned.
I think that this will occur before the fair, and the fair will kind of be a celebration of that signing.
Definitely. I think they'll do that right before they do the fair. And we see a couple shots. That's Ezekiel basically handing the pen off to the next person. Yep. Let's do this thing, man. Let's go.
It's going to be cool hearing the music that they play as they're signing. Yeah,
it's going to be sweet. So it looks like, from this, the fair is underway. The king is up. As kings do, they got to talk from high, so people will look up at him. But he's kind of in the trailer, he's giving his speech like, today is a new day. We're about to bring onward of peace and togetherness.
This will most likely be, again, after the signing of the charter. And I think that this will be the kind of the opening of the fair.
Dude, look who he's standing next to.
Of course.
Shiva, baby.
Shiva. Yep. Like little doves that'll be released.
Yeah. Little doves.
These are the people looking on, who else? Who do we see here? We see Rosita, obviously. Sadiq,
Cal, Oscar,
Gabriel, Diana,
Marco. There's also a lot of others. They just released a lot of shots. Kristen from The Insider, she tweeted a bunch of promotional photos. We would love to go through them all. It would just be a long video. They're amazing. Check them out. Gorgeous photos of the fair and some upcoming stuff. So really, really cool. Another shot of, King and Queen. So this is interesting. So I think this is after the fair. Carol is on a horse. They're with some dude with a massive blade, kind of like a sickle, like he's harvesting wheat or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of thinking this is after the fair, possibly. They've gotten word that people are missing.
Yeah.
So Daryl's like, let's go find them.
I agree. And that is my prediction as well. I think that after the fair has commenced, towards the end of the fair, they're going to realize that a lot of their group is missing. People that they may have just talked to. And they're going to send out a group to go look for them.
Now, the big thing from the comics, Alpha did infiltrate the kingdom, and she lured the people out and killed them. I don't think that's going to happen in the show because, Daryl and too many people know what she looks like.
Exactly.
She's going to send Whisperers in to lure them out. Then Alpha will take care of what she needs to do by killing them, putting heads on pikes to mark the border, and we'll get to that a little bit later too.
Yep.
So
this is obviously King Ezekiel and Henry saying goodbye to Carol, waving off our group. You could just see the look of,
so
sorrow
worried
on his face.
The sorrow on his face. I think he's like, look, we had a glorious event here. We had all the communities together, and now people are missing. How many? We don't know. 12 are missing in the comics. Who knows how many is going to be in the
now,
show?
We're going to go into
we'll get into that.
Our Pike prediction, but doesn't this give you proof that maybe he makes it?
I don't know yet. It just really depends because they could spread it out. It does not necessarily they grab everybody from the fair. They could do part of it from the fair. As the fair is done, they could go back and grab more people.
Yeah.
Don't really know because we don't know when this timeline is, but we're just predicting that this is probably after the fair is over and they're leaving.
So again, empty. They're leaving.
Yep. So this is interesting. There was a sneak peek that was released where Jarell meets up with Ozzy from the Highwaymen, and they find an overturned hilltop carriage in the woods. And, even Michonne it's Michonne, Yumiko, Carol, Diane, a bunch of people. And Michonne does ask, is this the skins? I love how they say that. And she asks even Ozzy if
we forgot
they,
that in our review because that was said in the review.
Yeah.
Or in the last episode.
They ask Ozzy, do you know about the skins? And he's like, I've heard of them, yes. This does seem to be the work of people, not the dead. Jarell sees tracks of where he says people have been dragged this way. Diane's kind of like, they could still be alive. And so this is kind of where I think the search party gets a track, and it's going to lead them into the Whisperer camp.
I mean, as soon as Jarell gets a track, they're going to follow it because we all know that Jarell is, the best at tracking.
But he doesn't want all of them to go in all by themselves. That's why they decide to split up.
Yep. And even in the next photo, you can see Jarell looking down at the ground. You can see that he's tracking. They're on the right way, on the right track of finding their fellow people.
It's Jarell, Carol, Michonne, and Yumiko. So then they start seeing either walkers behind them. They're probably whisperers.
I think what's going to happen is
go ahead.
They're going to think that they're walkers, and they're gonna start prepping to retaliate, and then all of a sudden they're just going to start walking normal and surround them, which is exactly what we get coming up. We'll show you.
So in this shot, this is a walker that actually a whisperer that lifts a gun and points it at them, but. Go to the next shot. Look at the skin. It looks fresh. It doesn't look like it's been dead for a long time. So there are some theories out here. There's been theories that this could be Ozzy from the Highwaymen. He does have long hair. He does have a mustache. You can't really see the beard. So yeah, there's theories that either this could be Ozzy. It doesn't really look like Ozzy. It could be somebody that we've already seen before. So maybe when they see that face, they'll recognize who it might be. Mm-hmm. It just looks very fresh to me. It looks new.
It does look fresh. And you mentioned to me earlier that there seems to be blood on the bottom of the mask.
Yeah.
If it were an older mask, that blood wouldn't be so prevalent as it is now. So yeah, I agree. I do agree with you. I think that is definitely a fresh mask.
Yeah. But we have a cool theory coming up on that. So just a moment. So we do know in the finale that we're probably going to get snow and blizzard.
Grippies.
Grippies. So it looks like Jarell has little mittens on, but everyone else is wearing heavier coats. So I think it's starting to get cold. So that's going to be
cool. Which is really cool. We haven't seen any type of winter elements in the show.
Not in the show. It's all over the place in the comic books. But we haven't seen it in the show yet. So this is where they get surrounded by walkers. Now, this whole scene, what this reminded me of? Reminded me of the lineup. How they're going through the woods at night. They're being led to where they need to go. It's kind of similar to this.
How much deja vu is that for Jarell?
Yeah.
and Michonne.
Oh, I bet.
Oh,
I know.
Dark at night, being completely surrounded,
and led
nothing
somewhere.
You can do.
Nothing you can do, and being led to where they want you to go.
Yeah.
So they're just completely surrounded by the whisperers right there, which is just. This comes from the teaser. It was from a sneak peek from Talking Dead. So as they're in a circle, they're being surrounded by whisperers, you hear Beta's voice, and Jarell immediately turns and knows who that is. He's like, oh, damn it, he's alive. But what Beta says is, no one else had to die, and now that deal is done.
Yep.
What I think is, this whole night sequence is well after everyone has been killed.
Is Yumiko in that group?
Yumiko's in that. Yumiko's in the group. Yeah. We keep saying Yumiko because we never knew how to pronounce it in the comics. But
Yumiko.
Yeah.
So is Yumiko in that shot?
She's in the teaser. Yeah, she's in the sneak peek.
Is she in that little group that's surrounded? Okay, so that'll play into another picture that we'll show you in a little bit.
So I think this whole night sequence is after everyone's been killed, I think that they've led them here to where Beta's like telling them, okay, everything's fine now. No one else had to die. The deal's done. We're cool. But I think they're going to keep them there until Alpha comes back. Alpha's got to finish what she's doing.
But what I'm getting at is this post Pike,
this is post Pike.
Exactly. So they've already come upon.
No, I think I think this is pre Pikes. Yeah. They haven't found the Pikes yet, but Alpha's already finished killing. Because when we go forward here, oops.
So keep in mind, this is at night.
This is at night. And if in the comic books, they found the Pikes, yes, in the daytime, but I don't know how they said they're going to do it differently in the show, but it's like they're waiting for Alpha, because as you can see in this picture, Jarell doesn't have his heavy coat on. So maybe they've had them tied up. They're waiting for Alpha to come back to finish something.
They're definitely waiting for Alpha. Yeah. No move is made without Alpha. Yeah. So Beta's going to keep them there until Alpha comes, and this is the shot where Alpha comes. And you want to go over so this is what we think is going to happen here. In this next picture, you see Alpha holding a shotgun to Jarell. We believe that this is going to be some type of agreement. Come with me. I have to show you something. Alpha is going to say that to Jarell. And Daryl's going to turn around to the group and say, something along the lines of, I'll be back, or nod at them to tell them that it's okay. And he will leave with Alpha.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get kind of the iconic scene from the comics where Alpha takes Rick on top of a building and shows a massive horde of walkers, threatening, saying, this will come upon you if you keep...
Now, if they do it justice, This is not some type of 20, 30, 40, 50...
You remember the horde that we saw after Rick made his speech after slicing Negan's throat? You remember that horde that you saw in the background? That's, like that. Even more.
Even that's pancakes.
Yeah.
I compare it to the big group of the herd of walkers that was
the semi-trucks?
That was in the canyon.
The canyon? Yeah.
That's what I compare it to. Mm-hmm. Even bigger than that.
Yeah. Massive.
So we believe that scene is coming. Whether it happens in this episode or the next one, it should be happening in this episode according to the timeline.
Yeah, according to the timeline. So the next one, like we said, that's when Jarell kind of turns and starts walking away, and he looks at Carol with, you can tell her look on her face, like, what the hell are you doing?
It almost looks like, what's going on?
Yeah, and he nods at her like, it's fine, it's cool, it's fine, it's all good.
Yep.
So that's pretty much the end of the teaser. So we got a couple extra photos that were from the promotional photos that we'll go over, and Josh had a really cool theory about the Whisperer that we saw that had the new mask. Check this out. So
I think our episode is going to open up possibly, or in the very beginning, with this nice couple from the hilltop. So this is a shot of them in the woods. I don't know why they're in the woods.
They seem very creepy, though. To me,
I don't believe this is the couple that came upon the kingdom. The Whisperers that came upon the kingdom.
That's my first prediction. These are them, but I don't know.
So he thinks that these are Whisperers. I think that in the next shot, we see a couple leaving the hilltop. And that couple is this couple.
Yeah.
Clearly, you can see.
He's
got his head kind of, or his hair kind of.
Yeah, she has like her hair's a little bit longer. So it could be, extensions or just how she prepared it, but it is them. Because, her hair is shorter in the first shot than it is there. It's way shorter.
They are wearing different clothes, and maybe that's what's throwing you off.
Yeah.
And so
I could tell it looks like them.
It does.
It really does.
And so my theory is that they are leaving to go to the fair. But along the way, they are going to get ambushed by the Whisperers. And I believe that scene where Jarell runs into the highwaymen and they discover that overturned carriage is them. Now, I think that fresh mask that we saw, unfortunately, is going to be this gentleman's face.
It looks like him a bit because he's got long hair. It's the big mustache. It's not Ozzy because Ozzy has a full beard. Mm-hmm. He's got a massive manly beard.
Yeah.
So he pointed this out, and I was like, it's just so confusing because this couple to me just seems like them sitting in the woods like that. It seems creepy. So this final shot is a gorgeous shot. The archers, Yumiko and Jarell. My theory is as they are looking on top of this open field on a hill where other fencing is, I'm thinking they're coming across the border with pikes. And they go out to that point, and they see it.
There's going to be tons of heads.
I don't know how they're going to make it work, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around, could this be them finding it, or could it be something else? I don't know.
It's going to be...
We're going to have to watch
it. It's going to a pano shot of... It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be brutal, guys.
So with that said, we want to go into what our final predictions are of our top 5 individuals that will be represented on a pike.
So one big thing, like the actor who plays Father Gabriel, he said that one word of this episode, devastating. So
top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah.
So my top 5.
Should we go one by one? Like me 1, you 1?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go to least important to most important.
Okay. Yep.
Sutton's wife. What's her name?
Tammy.
That's my first.
Mine is the same. Tammy Sutton. We'll have her comic death.
She has been shown too frequently and too much to not be a pike.
There was also a tweet that she tweeted out, which has been removed, or actually was on Instagram. She had a picture of her and the actor who plays Earl. And in that, she was thanking Angela Kang for hiring her. But she said, this is me and the guy who plays Earl in our second to last appearance. Our second to last appearance. Thank you so much. Thank you, Angela Kang, for casting me. Now, she could be talking about second to last appearance.
So does that mean Earl's going to go?
Second to last appearance in the season? Or, thank you very much for hiring me, for casting me.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's it.
She's gone.
Yeah.
But does Earl go with her? That's the question. But I'm not including him in my top 5.
Well, he's my number 4.
Oh.
Earl is my number 4.
Okay.
I think they're both going. Yes, I know they have a new baby that they have, but I think definitely Tammy, but I think Earl is going as well. I'm just basing it off the Twitter, the Instagram post, but I think they both are going.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Jerry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jerry. I think that I hope not, but just the fact that the actor that plays Father Gabriel said devastating, like that's kind of a fan favorite, a quick fan favorite, because he hasn't really been in that much.
That's true. Yeah. My next will be Enid. It was a toss-up between Enid and Alden. I think Alden will stay. Yes, there are rumors that the actress has moved to LA. She's working on her music career. Doesn't mean because she's moved to LA that she's going to be leaving. But I just think there's not much else left for her character. I think she'd be on. I think she's a candidate. So
what are we on, our third?
Yeah. So there's 2 left.
Well,
I have 2.
I have a third.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, I haven't. I'm like flopping between a couple others. That was a big one. I'm gonna go with the Hilltop, Diana.
Diane?
Or I'm sorry, Diane from the Kingdom.
The Kingdom, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she could possibly go. She's not in my top 5, but I think it's possible that she could go as well.
Yep.
So my next one, number 2, I believe Rosita will get her comic death. Devastating? That'd be devastating for Father Gabriel.
Yeah, I am going to agree.
Even though, she's pregnant. But...
Yeah, I am going to agree with that and say Rosita as well for my second.
Yeah, that'd be devastating.
That is devastating.
Yeah,
because that is a main character that we've had for some time now.
So I mean,
and the fact that she's pregnant.
Well, not just that. I mean, it's just going from the comics. There were 3 big characters, or 2 at least. 2. But there's going to be some B-listers, some C-listers as well, but I think Rosita will get her comic death.
Yep.
So number 1 for me, depending on where some of these shots line up in the timeline, I think Ezekiel is getting his comic death. It's still there. I think he is. Yes, there's been rumors that Kari Payton might be leaving. Nothing confirmed, but I think they're going to stick to a major, devastating. I mean, 2 devastating characters, Ezekiel and Rosita. Yeah, that would be huge, massive. So yes, Ezekiel for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ezekiel as well.
Yeah.
Now, I just figured out a flaw in my top 5, and that is I picked 3 kingdom people. And I really don't think they're going to kill that many people from the kingdom.
Not too many from the kingdom.
It would make sense because the kingdom is going to have more representatives there. So there's more opportunity. Percentage-wise, you're going to get more kingdom people.
Right.
But in looking back at my list, I don't think that they're going to take that many A-list people from the kingdom.
Yeah.
Like Jerry, out of my list, if there's any flaw, it's probably Jerry.
If it's not Jerry, I could see Nabila, his wife.
I was gonna go her.
Yeah.
It was gonna be one of the 2 from the relationship between that and Diana. I truly believe Diana is gonna go.
Yeah. So others that are possible, Cal, who's a Hilltop guard, he actually in the comics, he died a long time ago to the hands of Negan, so he's outlasted his comic character. Nora, she's actually part of the Alexandrian Council. She's one black lady with glasses. Barbara, she's from Alexandria. Gage, she's one of those Hilltop kids.
You just want him to go.
I don't like him. He's a bastard. I don't like him. I mean, he's kind of redeemed himself a little bit. But
it would fit, though.
It would fit.
He has made a lot of an appearance this season. And that's typically what they want you to get your eyes on these actors so that it's more of a shock factor when you finally see them in their final scene.
Right.
And it fits.
Yeah. Luke? No.
I
don't think they'll break up a Symphony of Awesome.
That and he was just captured. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Laura.
That's why I'm saying Alden is a no as well.
Right. Laura. I could see it. I don't want her to go, but
Laura,
the ex-savior. Yeah, neck tattoo.
I like her.
Yeah. DJ, who's an ex-savior. I could probably see him going. He's an ex-savior. He's a cool guy, but let's see. Marco? Maybe. He's a young kid in the show.
I can see it.
I could see it.
Yep.
We've said Diane. I actually had Cindy on here from Oceanside.
Ooh.
I mean, who else from Oceanside do we know? We know Cindy. We know Patrice. Those are the main 2 people that you know their faces.
I could see Patrice.
There's another one. There's that one little girl who's from there, but I don't
know. Patrice the one with the short hair?
Yeah.
Short black hair?
Yeah, short black hair.
Okay.
Yeah,
I could see that.
She's an archman as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Scott, he's the tall black guy from Alexandria. Birdie, she's a teacher at the Hilltop. I don't see too much of her though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really it. Yeah, I mean, I can't. Oscar is another guy. He's from Hilltop, I believe.
All right. So honestly, I think that they're going to show us what they want to show us. Yeah. We'll get a shot of a couple main characters, and then they're going to pan the camera back, and we're just going to see a whole line
of them,
of a ton of them, and we're not really going to know where they're from.
Right.
But I do think that probably quite a few of our top 5 will be in there.
So do you think it'll be? So do you guys also think? Do you think it's going to be around 12, like the comics?
Dude, I think it's going to be a lot more.
More? Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're going to show. Like you said, they're going to pan out a wide zoom of you see heads, and then they're going to show the specific ones that they want us to see. The rest are just kind of other people.
It's to fill a boundary.
Yeah, to fill a boundary.
I mean, in the comics, it was easy to do that.
Right.
But in a show, like, they're on a hill, dude. Like, you got to, like, fill that whole thing across. Yeah.
You guys, this is a very scary episode. It's kind of exciting for us because we're comic readers to see it. It's been building and building. We cannot wait to see how Angela Kang and how they're going to do it, because they did say they are changing it from the comics, so it's not going to be exact how us comic readers know it's going to happen. And I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait. Let us know what you think is going to happen in episode 15 of The Walking Dead.
We do have a surprise. We are going to be reacting to the final 2 episodes. We are actually leaving for C2E2 that weekend, so we won't be back until late Sunday night. So we're actually going to record. We're going to do our reaction on Monday. So our reaction will post on Tuesday. It will be 2 days late, but no worries. We want to do a reaction for you guys to the final 2 episodes of the season, and yeah, we're super excited.
Yeah, I can't wait, guys. Let us know what you think is going to happen this episode. Stay tuned Tuesday for our reaction to that episode. That's it, guys.
That's it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at NocBro Nation. We'll see you guys soon. I'm Jarell.
And I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.